So, as life comes, he takes it. As life gives, he enjoys it. Life is same to him in its all form, and there is no difference in a wheat plant and in a plant. It only life. Both are representing life. This is Mr. Lamb's philosophy. Mr. Lamb reveals his impairment after that. Uh, he tells the dairy that one of his legs got blown off in a war. But that is not important. When he goes out, some kids call him Lemmy Lamb. This does not bother him. He thinks that such a name suits him. Jerry says that Mr. Lamb could cover his tin leg with his trousers and none would notice it or stare. But Jerry could not cover his face. According to Mr. Lamb, there are plenty of other things in the world which are important. Mr. Lamb has a positive and optimistic attitude towards life. He feels that beauty is relative and reminds Derry of Beauty and the Beast. Now, Derry is filled with bitterness. He says that he does not believe in fairy tales. His face will always remain the same. Means whatever Lamb says, he cannot convince Derry. Uh, he believes that his face will always remain the same. He also says that no one will kiss him, but his mother will kiss him because she has to, means she is bound to, because he is her son. She kisses him on the other side of his face, not on the burnt side. These things troubles Derry a lot. Mr. Lamb tries to reason with him. He says that he should notice the beautiful things in the world and not care about his face. Means Mr. Lamb tries to make him understand the actual beauty of life. Derry begins to mock the idea, saying that one should think of all those people who are worse off than yourself. This may be true, but it won't change his face. So she comes in the same point after all the conversation that his face is not going to be changed. Here, Derry calls Mr. Lamb peculiar. Why? Derry narrates an incident which happened at the bus stop. He heard two women talk about his face. One of them said, "Look at that. That's a terrible thing. That's a face only a mother could love." Means, the child of a mother is always a subject to be loved. It's always like a lovable person. And this lady were saying that his face was so ugly that none other than his mother can love. No one than her mother can love. And it hurt Derry a lot. He is very hurt and calls it cruel. Mr. Lamb advises him not to believe everything that he hears. To this, Jerry replies that he finds Mr. Lamb peculiar. Means whatever he will hear, he will not believe. How is it possible? He thinks that. His father tells him that he came in the garden because he liked it, but he does not like being near people. Mr. Lamb stirs, uh, telling him a story about a man who was afraid to die. So, the story goes this way. He fears each and everything and locked himself in a room, and unfortunately he died because a picture fell off the wall on his head. Jerry laughs a lot at the story. Through this story, Mr. Lamb wanted to show Derry that one cannot hide oneself or shun society just because of some fear. One should enjoy life at it comes. And after that, the positive side of life was there, mm, to be understood.